Welcome to the 2018 CSDS Makeup tutorial. I'm going to show you some of the tools that you might want to consider purchasing to make your life a little bit easier for makeup application. The first thing is I suggest you get a good set of makeup brushes. This one is made by the brand e.l.f. You could pick it up at Target, just about anywhere. Each individual brush is about $1. I purchased this kit as a whole for, I think it was $24.99, so it was relatively inexpensive. They're nice brushes. They do a very nice job of blending and makeup application. Next, I would get a small container of toothpicks because they help with your eyelash application. Your eyelashes need to be Demi 101s in black. If you have a child that is very fair-skinned, light hair, light eyes, you might want to consider getting the Demi 110s. You also need to purchase eyelash glue. I suggest you get it in clear. It will go on white, but it dries clear. Make sure that the glue that you purchase is for strip lashes and not individual lashes. Then go ahead and buy your blush. I believe the color is called Raspberry and it comes with your Be a Star kit. You might also want to purchase a concealer for blemishes under eye circles and then your Lip Sense lip stain in mulled wine. That comes in 3 parts. You have the lip stain, the gloss, and then the remover. It looks brown in the tube, but it does come out a very plummy, dark plummy color. I would also suggest that you purchase a lip liner to match your mulled wine Lip Sense lip stain because that will help keep things from bleeding out onto the skin. I would also purchase a nice mascara to help blend your false lashes with your natural lashes. And then this year you want to make sure that you get a black eyeliner. This is a liquid liner. You can use any black liner that you feel comfortable working with, either an eye pencil or this is an example of a gel. Or again, if you feel comfortable working with the black liquid liner, that is probably the easiest application out of the 3 of them. And then also this year, for the older students, you might want to consider investing in some white eyeliner to help open up your eyes, and I will explain how to use that a little bit later in the tutorial. And then finally, you need to purchase your eyeshadow. It's Be a Star, and we're going to focus on 2 main colors. You can order this with Sherry. You're going to use the light color from the lash line all the way up to the brow bone. And then you're going to use this dark brown color in the crease. Be careful with this brown color when color matching because it looks one way in the palette, but then when you apply it to the skin, it looks more of a charcoal brown. So it's got very cool undertones. So be aware of that. I had an issue with that when I was trying to color match with other eyeshadows. They looked very similar in the container, but when you applied it on the skin, it was more of a warmer brown. And then you need to get your Be a Star glue for your eyeshadow. This is a 2-step process, just like it has been in the past. You need to apply your glue first from your lash line all the way up to the brow bone and let it get a little bit tacky, and then apply your eyeshadow. In addition, I have found over the years that getting disposable makeup remover wipes is a lifesaver. And also purchasing the Almay makeup eraser sticks. These things are great for fine-tuning things around the lips if you've got a little bit of a smudge or around the eyes. It is filled with makeup remover in the tube, and what you do is you go to the end where you see the little purple band and you break that end off. And once you do that, you'll watch the remover go all the way down to the other end of the stick and to the other Q-tip end. It fills up, and then you could use it for getting into those fine and hard to reach areas that you don't want to take off too much makeup with an eye makeup wipe. So these things are great, and you don't have to use a lot of pressure perfect for precision. And then the last thing that I found was very helpful last year was getting a set of nail polish remover petals. Sometimes you don't have room for the actual bottle of nail polish remover. And you find that kids sometimes forget that they've got nail polish on their fingers, and when they're on stage, they're not allowed to have any nail polish on. So these things are pre-moistened, just like a makeup remover wipe. And you just put them on the nail, it takes it right off. It's perfect. Perfect little storage. I got this one from Sally's Beauty. That's why you see the Sally nail polish remover petals. I know that they normally have quite a few of those, and I think I've seen similar things in Target as well. Okay, so before applying your makeup, you might want to take a makeup wipe and just make sure that you run it over their face so you don't have any dirt or dead skin that would interfere with your makeup application. Next, I prep the skin with just a lotion so that, again, the pores are nice and even, the makeup application goes on nice and even, you don't have anything settling into any lines or dry skin patches. In the end, it makes life much easier if you just prep or prime the skin. Next, I apply my concealer to the under eye area to banish any dark circles. And I also use it for any blemishes so that we can blend it all away and give us a nice even tone on the face. Younger children might not require that. Then I take my beauty blender, I get it a little damp, and I just start patting in my concealer and blending it in with the skin tone. The big thing here is if it shows up orange, it's too dark, and you don't want it to be too light either because it's going to wash them out and give them a ghosty appearance. Then I apply the powder to help dull some of the shine on the face and bring out more of a matte look to the face so we could get a nice definition with the rest of the makeup. Then I apply the blush to the cheekbones. Again, you don't want a perfect circle and you don't want a line streaking up to their hairline. You just want a nice natural application on the apples of their cheeks. And you can always go back and blend it with like a nice clean foundation brush or powder brush if you find that you have applied too much. Once my blush is complete, I move on to the eyes. And the first step again is to take the eyeshadow glue and apply a thin layer of it from the lash line all the way up to right below the brow bone. You want to allow it a couple of seconds to get a little tacky. You don't want to apply the eyeshadow when it's too wet or you're going to get smudges and uneven application. And if it's too dry, it won't stick. Then we start with the light color and we apply this again from the lash line all the way up to right below the brow bone. You do not want to, if you are color matching, to get anything that is too glittery. We don't want any glitter at all. This is shimmery, both of these shades, and the shimmer is fine. It looks nice on the stage, but absolutely no glitter, please. And if you want to open the eye up a little bit more, you can even bring some of that light eyeshadow color down into the inner corner of the eyes, and that helps, gives a little bit of brightness when they're on the stage. Okay, and then we're going to go back in and take our dark color right into the crease of the eye. Make sure you're not going too high up because you're going to lose the highlight on the brow bone. Just concentrate your darkest area in the crease of the eye and go with their natural eye shape. You don't want to make it look too catty or anything like that. Once you've gotten your dark application into the crease, you're going to go back and you're going to blend it. We don't want any harsh lines. So make sure you get a nice clean brush to go back in and blend out that dark area in the crease. If you'd like, you could go back in and reapply some of the lighter color again on the lid if you find that after blending you've gotten a little crazy with the dark shadow there. When the eyeshadow is complete, we're going to move on to eyeliner. You're going to line your upper lash as close to your lash line as possible and wing it out just slightly, nothing too extreme, but a nice elongated line is going to help open up those eyes and make them nice and bright on stage. Start with a very thin line as close to the lash line as possible, and then if you need to, you could go back and thicken it up just a bit, but not too much. It's going to give you something to aim for when you have to apply the lashes. When you get to the lashes, you might have to trim them slightly so that they fit your child's eye perfectly. Trim them first and then apply the glue. You're going to take a little toothpick and put just the tiniest little bit of glue on the end and then run that glue all the way down the length of the lash. When applying eyelashes, you have to give the eyelash glue a little bit of time to set up. You want it to be slightly tacky so that it's an easy application on the eye. If it's too wet, it's just going to slide all around the eye. So give it time to get a little bit tacky. As you see, I apply it as close to the natural line as I possibly can. And that black eyeliner gives me something to aim for, and it helps blend those lashes in with the natural lashes. If you see a little bit of white at first, that's okay. You could go back and apply more eyeliner. I go back and I shape the eyes as I'm waiting, the eyebrows as I'm waiting for my lash glue to dry. If you've got a child with some sparse areas on their eyebrow or a scar, or a child that's very, very blonde, it might be a good idea to go back with an eyebrow pencil. Just follow the natural shape of their brows. You don't want to make them look like Groucho Marx. And once you're done applying, go back with that spoolie or eyebrow brush and blend it. Again, that helps make it look a little more natural and not so harsh like somebody took a magic marker to their forehead. By the time you're done shaping the brow, it's a pretty good chance that that glue is going to be dry. If you see a few little white areas where the glue was a little thick, go back with your eyeliner and go right over it, and that will blend in, and that way you won't see any weird white auras coming from their lash line. And then I go back with a mascara and I blend those lashes in with her natural lashes, because otherwise sometimes you'll see like a double lash and it looks like a tarantula on their eye. So it's just a nice way to blend it and make it look more natural. Now, the thing is, if you do use mascara to blend, you will have to get rid of those eyelashes. I recommend that you dispose of each pair of eyelashes anyway to prevent pink eye. Next, for older dancers, you might want to do an additional step this year and get a white liner and line your waterline. This is going to help make your eyes brighter and a little bit bigger. You're just going to take it right on that waterline, and you might want to extend it a little bit and make it look more like a ballerina stage makeup. Then, after you've applied the white, you might want to go back in with a wet angle brush and take your dark brown shadow and just put that right along your eyelash line, right below the white. This helps open up that eye. It's almost like you're being an artist and drawing your eye and making it a little bit bigger. You could do this with the black liner as well, but it's almost like you're definitely brightening and opening this eye, giving it more definition so that it will pop when you're on the stage. And finally, you have your lip application. It's very important that the child does not have any chapstick or petroleum jelly products on for the couple of days before you apply this stain, because that makes it hard for the stain to stick to the lip. Also, you want to look for any type of dry skin. If they do have dry skin, you might want to take a sugar scrub and exfoliate in circular motions. Once you've done that, I suggest that you get a nice lip liner, line the lips first, and then go in and color it with that liner so that you have a nice area to aim for once you get that stain on, because that stain does not come off for anything. When lining the lips, it's always best to start in the center, like where their little cupid's bow is, and work your way into the corners, and then on the bottom lips, again, start on the center of the bottom lip and work your way into the corner. Then once you have that nice outline, it's easier to go in and color in the lips nice and solid, and then go back and apply your lip stain. When you're applying this lip stain, make sure you shake the stain very well before application, and then apply it in the same direction each time. You want 3 layers, and you want to give it 3 to 5 seconds in between layers to dry. Once you've applied the 3 layers, go ahead and gloss the lips. Here you could see that it dries very matte and very dark. So glossing it makes a huge difference. Nice, dark, shiny lips. And that's it. Notice the difference between the size and shape of her eyes and the fullness in her lips.